guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, for you guys, is the final Grand Theft Auto review for now. GTA 6 is officially coming out next year, which is insane because it's January 2nd at the time of recording. But yeah, we are back with another Grand Theft Auto review. This is going to be, of course, GTA 5. You can tell by the title, thumbnail, whatnot. This is obviously the best made one, okay? Let's just get that out of the freaking way, okay? Obviously, this is the best one, okay? It's the newest. But at the same time, I do have some negatives. Enjoy the GTA 5 gameplay. It's kind of weird. I was just kind of playing, and I just decided to hit record. So whoever, I think it's Franklin or Michael, one of the two, they're just covered in blood. I don't know. I tried to get a good amount of the city, gameplay. I tried to get some stuff in there. But GTA 5, man, what a freaking journey since 2013, man. What a journey. So this game got announced, right, okay, and I wanted to play it because everyone in my high school or whatever, or middle school, whatever, I don't even know where I was, but everyone wanted to play it, okay? They were like, oh, dude, GTA 5 is coming out. We were all, I don't know, 12, 13 maybe, I wasn't allowed to play the game because, I wasn't 17 or 18, the target demographic. But, all my friends who were the same age as me, 12, 13, were like, yeah, my parents don't give a crap, whatever. So, they were all playing it. And they were like, Brendan, there's so many F words, man. There's boobs. And I'm like, awesome, but I can't play it. You know what I mean? Like, stop. You know what I mean? It's like when Deadpool came out, Alan saw it, and he's like, dude, Deadpool was so effing great. I'm like, cool. I can't see it. Thanks for telling me, So, yeah, it kind of sucked growing up. I know why they did it, but it did suck where, all my friends got to play Grand Theft Auto 5 and I wasn't. But, that's beside the point. When I did get it on the 360 after some convincing, it seems like every, teenager has to convince their parents, I won't kill anyone, I swear, But you know what I'm talking about, I hope. But I bought the game on 360, and man, I remember playing it in my basement, dude. It was freaking awesome. Driving the cars, getting in the cop chases, and exploring the city, the story. It's pretty fun stuff. And then, of course, it came out on the Xbox One in, I believe, 2015. So I bought it there. And I replayed it on my Xbox One. It was great. This time I was in the family room. And then just recently it was ported to the Xbox Series X and PS5 and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I bought it again on the Series X. And yeah, I played it again on the Series X because it's that effing good. Now, you can tell by the title, GTA 5 is almost perfect. Let's get into the stuff that does well. Obviously, the graphics. And I am reviewing the Series X version, so I'm not talking 360 or Xbox One. Series X version. Even though on the 360 it did run great for the most part, and it did look really good for 2013. This was like the pinnacle of open world graphics. I know Black Flag was coming out and all that, but this is a really good looking game back then. And it still looks really good here in 2024 now on the Series X and all that. And yeah, I mean, the game just effing looks great. What do you want me to say? I mean, it's a really good-looking game. Los Santos, Blaine County, both of these, wilderness areas and the crowded city. There's a lot of pedestrians, a lot of cars, a lot of random events, and a lot of things going on in the world where you're driving around or running around. And yeah, you're like, okay, this is a living, breathing city. I believe that this is a real location. It's not just, oh, there's this guy walking, or, oh, there's like two cars on the street. No, this is a real effing place. Like, Rockstar knows how to make a convincing open world. And obviously, like I said, the graphics really portray that. It looks really nice. Having 60 FPS now with ray tracing, or just 60 FPS in general, is a really good boon, I would say. It's a good boost to have. I do like graphics to be good, but I'd rather have better frame rate, obviously, than, better graphics, because if the game runs like poop, what are you going to do? But, yeah, the game really does run great on Series X. And, again, it looks amazing. The storyline is not the best thing in gaming, but it's probably the strongest story in the GTA series, I think, at least in my opinion. Franklin, Michael, and Trevor, these three characters are synonymous with Grand Theft Auto. You think of GTA, you think of these guys. Some people think of Nico, some think of CJ, some think of whatever, Tommy. But I think of these guys. A lot of people do, because they're very well written, for the most part, and they're also very well acted. That you really can't deny. I will admit that, Grand Theft Auto does have its tastes. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that people don't necessarily like about it. The fact you can kill women, you can kill cops. There's no kids for some effing weird reason. Every Grand Theft Auto was like on a mini island in the middle of freaking F off nowhere, just like an ocean somewhere, and there's also no children. So, I don't know. I guess when people have kids, they're just adults. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, so this game is controversial. Okay, there's that torture mission where Trevor tortures a dude. So, but The thing people have to realize is that GTA, ever since Grand Theft Auto 1, for the most part, really it kind of took shape with GTA 3. This game series has been very regarded around, cynicism and kind of critiquing different ways of life, right? Parodying that kind of stuff. And GTA 5 is a parody on America and American life and American, the glorifying of everything. The violence, the sex, the drugs, all this stuff. That's why there's so much stuff in there. That's why you're playing as the criminal, right? It's kind of like a different mindset to look at it. And yeah, I will admit that there are a lot of F words in this game. There's a lot of N words. I'm a white guy, so I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I don't say it, but I hear it. I'm like, I don't care. Whatever. Of course, no one says... I wouldn't care if they said cracker either, like Dial of Destiny. I don't care. But it's just really freaking funny that, I hear the N-word so much, I'm like, oh, this is okay. And then you hear the F-word, like, I swear to God, fuck is, like, the most used word in that entire game. It's like, it should be called Fuck 5. You know what I mean? That's what it should be called. It's insane. Now, I know they do that, and they say the F-word a lot of times. A, for comedy, because sometimes that word is funny, and B, it's also because they're trying to poke a, parody, and they're kind of trying to critique and criticize and just kind of poke fun of American culture, and that's one of the things they do. Trevor is he's a white trash hillbilly. He's a redneck. That's what it is. That's his character. Franklin is a guy in the hood trying to get out of the hood, and Michael is a retired robber who wants kind of to settle down and gain a normal life. All three of these kind of characters kind of coalesce and coincide with each other, and you end up seeing this really cool kind of story play out. So yeah, sometimes there's a bit wonky writing. It isn't as cringy as San Andreas, where you're just on your bike shooting up gangs for crack. It's just kind of a weird beginning. Like they're all on their little tricycles, just like, going down the street, popping off fools. But yeah, it's weird. GTA 5, though, yeah, there's an excessive amount of swearing, but I guess that's the point. If it isn't, then I guess they're just trying to be edgy and cool, and it's not working. Because I don't get bothered. I'm not some snowflake. I don't care about swear words. They're not a sin, okay? It's not against my religion. They're just words. It doesn't matter. They're made-up languages. Words don't even mean anything unless you take offense to it, which I don't really. But at the same time, it's kind of a strange thing to have in your game. I don't know. It's just kind of weird after a while. It's like watching an R-rated movie, Like with a lot of F words. It's like you hear the F word 100 million times, and you're like, all right, this is getting old. But beside the point, the story, besides that, is very well written, and I really like that kind of aspect to it, which is really nice. Again, you kind of, see all these plot points and character arcs throughout the story missions and the side quests, and just free roaming the world in general gives you a story there, right? Los Santos is he's the fourth character, okay, or she, whatever. This land is the fourth character, and it's done so well that, yeah, it's really fun to just run around or drive around. That leads me to the next positive, again, the open world design. Really good stuff. Again, it's just, I know people that just buy this game and they just F off and they just drive around Los Santos. They don't even do the missions. They just drive around. They don't care. They just go. They get on a motorbike or a Lamborghini or whatever, and they just hightail it down the road and they have fun. But really, again, you're supposed to play the story, and it is a good story. Again, you get that Series X enhancements with not only the quality of life stuff, but you also get, that first-person mode, which you'll see in this, video here. The first-person mode is amazing. I really do prefer to play GTA 5 in first-person rather than third. I'll get to that. And then you also have, the faster loading, faster switching of the characters, all that fun stuff that Series X does. But really, what's not to say that hasn't been said about GTA 5? The story is good, the open world is amazing, the characters are great, the mocap, the acting is freaking phenomenal. It's some of the best acting I've ever seen in a video game. It's really like you're watching a movie half the time with the stuff they do. It's really, really good stuff. And for coming out in 2013, it still holds up, man. Really, it does. The stuff that doesn't hold up are the controls. Because I can't tell you how many times I broke the A button on multiple controllers because I'm tapping the A button to run, and Dipshiz McGee over here is, I know what they're doing because, like in the Trilogy Definitive Edition, right, CJ, for example, in San Andreas, he just moves. And then if you hold A or tap A, you're given the option, he'll then sprint. 4 and 5, they try to do a lot with 5. They try to make the characters more kind of like, I guess, weighed down, kind of like more realistic in terms of their running and their momentum and whatnot. And I get what they're doing, and it's cool, but when you hear the A, I don't have a controller by me, but if you hear the A button so many friggin' times, it's just... It's not a horse, but you get what I'm saying. It's just the A button mashing over and over again when you're running. And it is the worst, I swear to God, I've played a lot of video games, and it is the worst controls I've ever played for a character in an open world. Same thing with freaking Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Mashing that A button or the X button off on PlayStation, it is the worst thing in the world. All you hear is the A button, and then you wear out the A button, and then you can't effing run. So then you're just driving everywhere. Thankfully, the driving is really, really good, and I know it's called Grand Theft Auto. You're supposed to drive cars, but at the same time, let's say, your car explodes or whatever, you're in the middle of nowhere and you can't fast travel, or whatever, you don't want to use cheats. If you just want to run around in this game, it's not fun. It isn't. Because if you just hold A, they just run really slowly like a depressed Snorlax, and then you can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? You got to tap the A button to sprint, or else you're not going to go anywhere. And frankly, it sucks. Another thing that kind of sucks is, again, the fact that all you're doing is killing cops. Once you beat everything, like once you free roam, yes, you can free roam. Once you beat everything, you can explore the city, which I always do. But every time I give the controller to like a friend or anyone, it's weird. It's like the first thing they do is just pop a civilian. And I know that's what you're supposed to do. It's Grand Theft Auto. You're the villain. Cops are the quote-unquote good guys, but they're the bad guys, in your point of view. But it's really weird because, I know there was an interview with some guy I'm not going to name to avoid getting taken down by YouTube. But he was like, I can't believe they made a video game where you shoot cops. I wouldn't play that. I'll never do that. And now look, like I said in a previous review, I understand, okay? It's a video game. If I kill a grandma, or if I shoot 50 cops in the head with an RPG, it doesn't matter. I'm a normal person. I'm not going to go do that in real life. Video games, objectively, there's proof, video games do not cause real-world violence unless you're already effed in the head. Normal people don't play video games and kill people and then go out and kill people in real life. That's not how life works. If I play Cooking Mama, I'm not a cook. Okay, I can make cereal. That's a pretty damn good cereal. But I can't make a four-star meal if I play Cooking Mama. You know what I mean? I can play Lego Worlds all I want, but I can't master build for beans. Okay? I can do okay, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it does feel a bit weird when all you're doing is just A, running around, or B, killing civilians, or C, killing cops. And yeah, it's fun for a little bit because you get the 5 stars and they're all chasing you and you're in your car and you're shooting cops. It can be fun. But where it loses its fun is after 10 to 15 to 20, maybe 30 minutes of gameplay. Because I could play games like Watch Dogs 2, or Assassin's Creed, or Dying Light, or any other game far more than GTA, because it just feels weird to kill cops and civilians. I do it, and it's fun. Don't twist my words. It's a video game. They're pixels. They don't care. It's just a bunch of code. But, like, it feels better. This sounds weird, but it feels better to kill a villain, like a Templar in Assassin's Creed, or a zombie in Dying Light, or like a freaking gang, drug lord in Watch Dogs or whatever, compared to just a random guy on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, if you want action in Grand Theft Auto 5, you have to murder innocent civilians to then murder cops. Like, I get it. It's the point. I'm not stupid. And it's fun for a little bit. But it does get old after a while. And yeah, I'll kill Templars in Assassin's Creed Valhalla till the cows come home because they're bad guys and I'm helping the world. It just, I don't know. Maybe it was the way I was raised or some shit. I don't know. It just feels weird. But at the same time, it is fun. Please don't twist my words and turn me into a goddamn killer, because I'm not, okay? I'm normal. I'm just saying, okay? It's just pure semantics anyway. But in this video, okay, I'm trying to get the point across that it's fun to do these things, because it's fun to be a criminal. It's fun to be the bad guy. Because you can't do that in real life, or else you'll get killed, or put in jail, or go to hell, or whatever your consequences are, right? You can't do that in real life. You can in a video game, because your actions don't matter, right? They're pure pixels. And it is fun for a little bit, but that's my thing. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect because, you're running around this open world, and yeah, it's fun to run around when you're not mashing the A button and breaking your thumb. It's fun to drive around. The driving is some of the best controls in a video game ever. Even racing games sometimes aren't as good as GTA 5. But at the same time, it does wear off after a while, you know what I mean? I know there's other strangers and freaks, and there's hunting, and there's just, triathlons, and there's sports, and there's going to movies and buying things, and the online, and by the way, I'm not even touching the online, but it is a fun game. Like, I love it, but it does get boring after a while. Same thing with the Arkham series. I love Arkham Knight, but it gets boring after 10 minutes because there's like 5 guys on the street. It's freaking Gotham City. Why are there only 5 guys on the rooftops? There should be guys everywhere throughout the whole world. Shadow of Mordor is a good example. Assassin's Creed, Dying Light, freaking Ghost Runner even. There's a million video games where they're just way more fun over you know, X amount of time compared to GTA 5. And I get what they're trying to do. Hopefully GTA 6, they can have some kind of, gang element, kind of like San Andreas, where you're not just shooting civilians and police, you're shooting, like, other gang members. That feels better than shooting a random woman on the street, just to have some action. Like, if you want to get into a gunfight, you know, you can go to the hood and there's some guys over there you can shoot and they shoot back, but realistically, you have to kill innocent people to kill cops to then have fun with the gunplay. And I know you can replay missions, and I'm not trying to sound like a wussy, but at the same time, again, it does feel a bit weird, and it can get boring after a while. That's really my own complaint, though. I mean, like I said, it's a big one, because it's so close to being a perfect game, in my opinion. It just gets so boring after a while. You play it for 20, 30 minutes, and you're like, alright, I'm done with this, and then you move on to Call of Duty or something, you know what I mean? But it is a fun game. I really do enjoy it, and I love the story. I really do enjoy that story. I love the open world design. I love the graphics. I love the performance on my Series X. There's a lot to love about this game, and there's a reason why so many people love it. This is the GTA 5, believe it or not, is the most successful entertainment property in the world. I'm not just talking games. I'm talking books, TV shows, movies, toys. Grand Theft Auto 5 is the most successful thing in the entire world. For a reason. It's really effing well made. But maybe I'm the weird one. I get bored after a while. I don't know. I mean, you do know because I explain my reasons. But again, maybe I'm just a weirdo. Who knows? It's fun, but again, it gets old after a while. But man, that story is great. Exploring is really fun for a little while. I love the open world design. I love the day and night cycle. I love the police system, how there's a 5-star wanted thing. They can be a bit too hard. You know, I mean, if you're doing really, really good, like I turn on director mode. And I just go crazy. That's what you're seeing here, director mode. And, I just kill cops, and then it's just weird because they just endlessly spawn. Like, you shoot a helicopter, and there's another one in 4 seconds. So, like, I'm just shooting cops with the rail gun, and I'm like, all right, this is boring. They never fall back. They never leave unless you lose them, which is really effing hard to do on 5 stars. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's some faults in there, but the campaign is fun. The open world is really fun. The level of interactivity is through the friggin' roof. It's just such a fun and well-made game. And a lot of people do see it as, oh, that game where you kill cops and civilians. Because, yeah, that's kind of the point, right? Like, you're the bad guy. But that's what makes it fun. For a little bit. But anyway, that is going to be my review of GTA 5. Again, I have not touched the online. I played a little bit. I don't really, want to cover that too much here. It's whatever. It's kind of milk to Kingdom Coming back. I did hear they were going to make some GTA 5 story, single-player stuff regarding some characters, and that got cut because of the online, so whatever. But I am excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. I really hope that they have something other to do than just killing innocent people. Again, I do it, and you see me do it here. I do it all the time. It's fun because it's a video game. But it just feels, it's more fun to kill bad guys or like zombies than like random innocent civilians on the street just going about their day, you know what I mean? Or shooting 100 cops. It's just, I don't know, it's fun to be the criminal, but it does get old after a while. I'd rather be the good guy killing the bad guys in every other game ever. But it's fun for a while, and you gotta admit, man, the open world it's easily top best open world of all time. It's one of them, for sure. Top 5 best open world designs of all time. It's freaking amazing, man. And there's a reason why it's been ported to the 360 and the Xbox One and the Series X and probably your toaster and, whatever, your Wii U probably in 20 years they'll do that. You could probably mod it on an N64, who knows. But it is a fun game for a little bit, but tell me in the comments down below what you think about GTA 5. What is your favorite game in the Grand Theft Auto series? And hopefully you enjoyed my Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas 4, and now 5 review. Tell me in the comments, though, what's your favorite and why? Again, I love Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's really, really fun and addicting for a little bit. I'm going to give GTA 5, just my gripe aside, why it's almost perfect, that's half no one's, issue. I'm going to give GTA 5 a 9.5 out of 10. It's a very well-made game, and the only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 is just for that reason. It does get boring for me after a while, but I know it doesn't for other people. They can just rampage for hours and hours and hours, or drive around for hours and hours and hours. I'd much rather play a game like, Ghost Runner, Call of Duty, a Lego game, Cyberpunk, when that decides to work, Assassin's Creed, stuff like that, Borderlands. Those don't get old to me ever. I could play those forever. Spider-Man, all that stuff. But this one does get, boring after a while. But hey, that's just me. Tell me down below what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed my Grand Theft Auto 5 review and my entire GTA series review. And this was a lot of fun going back and revisiting these games. And I had a lot of fun doing that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.